I've been wallopilled. I got an walla. I went to the States. I went to America. Hi everyone, welcome, hello. We're here, let's shoot the shit, you and me, let's hang out. I'm Bee of Maker Bee, and today we're gonna talk about my road trip down to Rhinebeck. We're not gonna like show everything, but the road trip part, my experience at Woolen Folk. My experience was not that dramatic, but the whole thing. And Rhinebeck, duh. And meeting 5 people who I'd never met before, who made me so happy. Hi, I am literally just got back yesterday. We drove 1,000 kilometers, about 675 miles in one day. I am exhausted, and I'm in my PJs. I'm filming in my PJs. No knits to be seen. We'll talk about knits. In this video, I'm going to take my road trip. I'm going to go through where we went. Not like in detail. I think it's like a quick little chat. I'm going to tell you about what I bought. There's going to be hauls in this video. I promise I'm fighting every urge in my body to be like, disclaimer, disclaimer. I don't usually spend this much money. I know it's so annoying. People are like, I don't usually spend this much money, like, it's just a big thing for me, but it was, and I spent a lot of money, and I feel really weird about it. But I also saved up all that money to spend, so I'm an adult. I'm allowed to buy things with my own goddamn money. But yes, disclaimer, disclaimer, I'm doing it at the top of the video, so you don't have to watch me do it when I get into the haul, okay? And yeah, just talking about, like, would I go again? Did I love it? And that's everything. So yeah, Zoe and I left for America. We were Canadians, we live in Canada. Not like proudly Canadian, not unproudly Canadian, very neutrally Canadian. We went to the States, and America is a wild, willy place that I don't understand a lot of the time. I'm playing with my wallet because all the Americans I know have these water bottles, and I feel so cool for having one. And I went back and forth on buying it. More on my Target experience later. I forgot that you can drink. Crisp water. Okay, so we left in, I think, the 10th, 11th, 12th, probably the 13th or 14th, after Zoe's birthday. We drove from Nova Scotia. We're on the way to Rhinebeck, New York. On the way to the waitress was making noises. We're in the car. We're in the car on the way to Rhinebeck.
If the pile of stuff didn't alert you, maybe the windshield wipers did.
We're 2 hours and 10 minutes into our drive. Gotta drop the dog off in Moncton.
She's going on vacation.
She's going on vacation at Zoe's parents' house. And we're gonna cross the border tomorrow. It's nice and very boring sleep at someone's house in St. George.
It's to encourage us to leave early. So we don't have to be in a stranger's home.
Exactly.
We're going to a little border crossing instead of the big border crossing.
And we're taking some ferries tomorrow. All the way down to St. Andrews. Stayed the night. Then drove from St. Andrews all the way to Acadia National Park. Stopped at a lot of little small towns on the way. That was lovely. Acadia National Park was amazing. We stayed there for 2 days. I don't know if I'd go again. It kind of felt like a less exciting Cape Breton. Not to stir the pot at all. If you've been to Acadia National Park, come to Nova Scotia and visit me. Cape Breton is better than Acadia National Park. It's really good. Acadia National Park is really, really good. Cape Breton's better. Better hikes. Way less people. Would recommend. I'm doing a lot of hand motions this time. Yeah, so we went there. It was amazing. Did some good hikes. Day 3 of the road trip. We have found fall colors. We're hiking the Beehive Trail. I don't know if you can see that or not. Zoe's wearing jeans and a hat.
I never do this.
And a white racerback top, which is really jarring for me. I am wearing a hand knit, so.
I'm cosplaying as a hiking dyke.
had some mediocre camp food, got really overwhelmed in an American grocery store, was trying to be cool, easygoing guy, was not. You don't even go into a grocery store, you don't know where things are. So do that, but also all the products are different, and like nothing you want is there. It's all just like, I don't know, tummy soda and really good vegetables and really bad fruit. And I'm sure every single grocery store in America is just like that. We just went to the one. But Zoe made some really good food. I gotta say, I'm vegetarian. The meat substitutes that Americans got, really good. I not only have I been Adwala pilled, I've been America pilled as well. I'll stop talking about that. From there, we drove down. We stopped in Boston. Boston was so stressful. The parking situation was like impossible. And I had to idle in the car while Zoe went to the art gallery she wanted to go to. And that kind of sucked. It was very stressful. And from there, we didn't stay overnight in Boston. We went right to Salem. And Salem was very interesting. We wanted to go to Salem in October because of the energy, because of the spookiness of it all. And we made the decision before we actually researched Salem and researched how depressing, awful, upsetting, horrific, everything that happened there that made it famous was. And how gross it is that, like, a good part of their, not gross, I'm incredibly judgmental. What can I say? I think it's gross that the majority of their, like, commerce happens, not a majority, a good chunk of their commerce happens around the fact that a bunch of women and a few men were killed there for literally just existing. That sucks. And we went on a walking tour with someone with a really, really good company, but the person who we were doing it with, like our tour guide, was quite new and seemed to be quite unwell. And so our entire experience of Salem was like very surreal. It was very weird, the whole thing. The town itself is quite beautiful. It was so packed and busy. Feels very weird that a lot of people were like in witch costumes, just like campy, being cute. It's like, I'm not looking to ruin anybody's fun, but I'm like, guys, there was a massacre here. We're all just like playing around about a massacre. Like, what's going on? Like, what are we? Let's be for real right now. Like, come on. So that felt very weird. Also, to add to the weirdness of it all, we were camping the whole way because it's way cheaper to camp. And I love camping in the fall, I found out. It's so chilly and nice. It was so good. It was like so cold. We had to like wear woolen stuff to bed, and my nose was really chilly, but it was a good thing. But yeah, so we were camping in Salem, and our campsite was like literally a part of like a famous park, because the tour buses would like come through our campsite, and all of the tourists wanted to wave at us, and we're like, we're just trying to camp, man. And like all the tourists were like, and I'm like, I too am a tourist. I don't want to say hi to you. We're not friends. I'm trying to enjoy my third veggie dog of the day. Thank you very much. Very weird. I don't know. Salem was weird. I don't think I'd go back. I'm glad I went. Also, we went to an art gallery in Salem, and the art gallery part was so good. That part was amazing. It's beautifully curated, and the art gallery seems to be the only place that they're like, hey, it kind of sucks that this is our thing. Here are some other things that we're also good at. There was a really good textile exhibit that I was truly obsessed with. And what else did we see that was really good? Oh my god. It was a collector's, there was like a collector who I think mostly or only collected like photos of black folks, taken by black folks, and it was amazing. Like, I'm new to photography, if that makes sense. I'm like so excited about photography right now. But before I was like, why? It's just photos. Who can do that? But good God, people take some exciting photos. And so that exhibit was amazing. It was beautiful, fun, funny, engaging. It was just nice. I liked it a lot. And I would recommend the Salem Art Gallery. It was awesome. Or the Peabody, I guess. And I guess the Peabody Museum is like a really big deal. I'm just some guy, so I knew all about that. I literally would be lost without her. Okay, so from Salem, we drove from Salem all the way down, and I'm wondering, If we stopped, oh, I got that all wrong. I'm so sorry. We stopped at, I've already messed up. I just got home. We stopped in, Providence. Nope, that's the wrong one. Come to me. Portland. We stopped in Portland, just to get a little breakfast on the way to Salem. And after Salem, we stopped in Boston on our way to Cape Cod. There we go. Took me a sec. We went to Provincetown. Provincetown changed my life. Do you know how many gay people live in Provincetown? We went to Provincetown and we didn't have to interact with someone who was like visibly straight for, I think it maybe happened once. I can think of one person who was like, this person is straight. The whole time. We get there, the person who checks us in is obviously a gay man. We get turned around in the campground. 2 lesbians are like, where are you going? Turn around, go that way. And I was like, thank you. Thank you for your service. They were like 50. I loved them. We went from the campground, started walking down to downtown, stopped and talked to 2 sets of elderly gay men. As a young person who is not engaged with a lot of like older folks in my community, that was fucking awesome. That was really cool. It was amazing. So yeah, the first like 5 people we talked to, 10 maybe. It was so good. It was amazing. It was like, I was like, wow. But then the big drama happened, okay? We had dinner, went home. The next day we had kind of a hard day. They just like, we did a bike ride that ended up being like incredibly difficult. And we had to like walk our bike up a hill 15 times. Like it was really hilly. Provincetown's really hilly. And both Zoe and I have like some mobility problems, so not problems, maybe problems. And that was hard. We got stuck a few times. Anyways, we were like, oh, we'll go for like a nice evening drive to like calm down. It'll be good. So we're like, oh, we'll go to this lighthouse that Google Maps says is nice. Cool. We get there, start driving on this road, and the road is sandy. And we're like, oh, that's fine. Like in Nova Scotia, we drive on sand beaches all the time. I was like, oh, I'll do that. That's easy. And so we're driving on the sand beach, and the car gets stuck. Like, stuck. Like, big time stuck. We try to dig it out. Doesn't work. Try everything. Doesn't work. It's getting dark. We have to call a tow truck to get us out. We are in the dark, in the car for 2 hours before a tow truck comes, pulls us out. It was awful. It cost us $700. And Google Maps was taking us there anyways. It turns out it's a fire road, and the fire department had locked it open, not closed, open. Anyways, I'm still a little terrified that National Park is going to come and get us for that. I don't know why. We're on National Park land. I was terrified. And, yeah, it was harrowing. It was scary. There's a lot of coyote wolves in the area that was stressing me out. And it's just like, it's scary to be alone and stuck somewhere that is not your home. And Buddy pulled us out was like some guy, you know, he was just like, yeah, no worries. Did I tell you how much it could have cost you? Yeah, anyway. I was like, whatever, it's fine, whatever. It was expensive. It's whatever. It's one of those things that you can't think about. I was so stressed. I was like full on like stressed. So was Zoe. Both of us were like, bah. Was not an easygoing drive. But the car's okay. We're okay. Everything's okay, you know? So yeah, from Cape Cod, P-Town, we go to Providence. Providence was cool. There's some sweet little like craft stores there, and like not to make stuff with, but like already made things, and like Craftland was really cool. We did some thrifting, so we found a dress, which is great. We had an Italian dinner. It was lovely. We had a really, really lovely Italian dinner. We had, yeah, like 3 courses, delicious. It was amazing. And then the next morning, I met Lane, one of my friends. So that's when all the fun starts. So that was Thursday. Friday morning, we wake up, we go meet Lane at a coffee shop. Mr. Faber. We see where Lane works, big hugs, meeting a friend, internet friend in real life for the first time. I was like, and I had to be like, I like gave them a big hug outside the coffee shop, and Zoe was in the coffee shop getting drinks. And I was like, you can go in the coffee shop, I'm going to stay outside, because the coffee shop was really busy. So they went inside, and I was like, I need a sec to like collect myself. Meeting friends is amazing. Also, they were wearing like the coolest outfit in the whole wide world, and I was like, that's my job. I'm the cool outfit guy. You look so good. Oh, everyone looks so good. And then we convoyed from Providence to Catskill. Nope, not that one. Athens. And we met everyone else. It was surreal. It was so surreal. Like, I've met Natasha before, so we have. I'm sorry. I'm name dropping, like, you know, folks. Maybe you don't know anybody. My friend group. I have a really nice friend group. We have a Discord. It's a queer knitting Discord, and we are always looking for friends. So send me a DM on Instagram if you want to join us. It's a good time. It's a fun party time in there. But there is a group of us who have been doing this for over 3.5 years now, like pre-COVID, literally, like pre-COVID. We were meeting on Zoom, hanging out, knitting, chatting for so long. And consistent. I think I've missed like maybe 7 or 8 over the course of 3.5 years. Every 2 weeks. So these are folks that I've spent maybe more time with than some of my in real life friends. And they are everything to me. Like, they're like, the consistency of this knit night is so important to me. It's so special. And I love the folks that, like, I love the folks that I'm in this group with. And once again, like, this is like, you can join us on our Discord if you want to hang out. We just like talk about knitting and stuff. But meeting people in real life that I had been, I really care about, and I had never met them before. It like locked a gear in place in my head, and I'm not gonna cry about it right now. But like, I don't know. I think it changed my life in a really good way. I love my friends so much. There was a moment, like, I went outside to get something in my car, and Annabelle, so my friends, hopped out of a fair car, and they had on like a long purple trench coat. I was like, so iconic. And I was like, oh, like, bear hug, like, I don't know. And then when we were all hanging out the whole weekend, it was just like old friends, right? Because we've been friends for a while. Like, we've all been friends for a while, but you just never know in real life. But the energy was good. We all jived. It was like if my gas tank was empty, that filled my gas tank up. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was so good. So yeah, everyone came to the Airbnb. We stayed in Athens. It was a beautiful old home. Oh my goodness. I think the man who ran it also lives there most of the time and just like rents it out when he goes away, which is cool. But yeah, that was just like amazing. So we all got there, and we were supposed to go to Woolen Folk, and just, we could not pry ourselves away from the kitchen table. Like, we were so excited to be together and chatting and hanging out, and it just like, we're like, hey, it's like, we're supposed to leave at 1:30, it's 2:30, it's 3, we should go. So we only got to, Woolen Folk around 3:30. Okay. Disclaimer, not about the haul thing. Woolen Folk. If you haven't heard already, there's been some serious misconduct around, like, the venue running of Woolen Folk. There's, like, a lot of allegations about mismanagement. There's a lot of very real and true, like, fire code violations and ADA violations. ADA is Americans with Disabilities Act. So just, like, the accessibility of the event was a cluster F. We got there pretty late in the day, and so by the time we were there, we could like move around freely and it wasn't too stressful. But you could definitely see, like, there were some folks who were inside a building and some folks who were in tents outside and had been pouring rain previously. The ground was complete mud. Like, I had to walk very carefully to not get my shoes dirty. I've seen a photo of like someone's stock like in the mud, like someone's like yarn in the mud. Very upsetting. So yeah, there's a lot of vendors who are currently like coming together to be like, hey, this was really awful for us. Like, we have been mistreated. So you should really look at some folks. Like, there's a lot of folks who have said things. Pardon me. I'll link one person down below who I think is, like, has like a summation of things. But yeah, so we didn't know any of the terrible things by the time we got there. All that came out later on. When we were there, it was very clear that it was hard to move around. It did feel crowded. There's a lot of bottlenecks. And it seemed very not thought out. And it was also very clear who had the best spots. It was like the influencers had the best spots, the famous folks, the folks who everyone likes the most, you know, they all had the best spots, which is fine, I guess, most of the time, even though everyone's paying the same ticket price or the same vending booth price. I don't know. I was like, I get it, but also, like, I can tell who got kind of, like, shoved in the corner, you know? That being said, I bought a bunch of stuff that I'm really happy with and I'm really excited about. And also, people approached me at Wool'n Folk who I did not knew who I was. Like, I got, like, people were like, oh my god, you're Maker Bee. And I was like, me? You recognize me? Okay, cool. Thank you. Like, I don't know how to respond to that, but people were, I don't know, so nice. My phone's ringing, one sec, sorry. Yeah, so I got approached by people who were like, I know you, you're Maker Bee. And I was like, me? I guess I am. I sure am. It was so, people are so kind. It was really nice that people were like, I like your stuff. And I was like, thank you. I do it for fun. I appreciate that. I'm glad you have fun too. So thank you very, very much to anyone who came up to me and was like, hi, I know who you are and I like your stuff. Or just, I know who you are, because you don't have to like my stuff. That's okay. But oh my god, it was really nice to just be like, hey, hey. It was kind of surreal, actually. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. Anyways, I met a bunch of people, and everyone was really nice, and I bought some stuff. So I'm going to show you what I bought. I don't have all of the information, but I have some of it. So, get into it. I'm pointing, once again, a lot of hand motions today. Doing a lot of this. This is in no particular order. This is just what I have in front of me right now. Cool. So, I got a braid. I think a lot of the reason that I bought so much stuff this year is the culmination of my first time at Rhinebeck, my first time at Wool'n Folk, my first time everywhere, as well as the fact that I've just started spinning, so I'm accumulating spinning things. And I'm like, one braid is one day in my life. Like, I can spin whatever I want in a day. That's easy. So I'm like, that's such a day of work, which is like much different than when I buy fingering weight yarn. I'm like, this is gonna be like 3 weeks. But that's like a day of time to make this what I want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I got this guy. This is 316 Dye Studio hand-dyed yarn and fiber made in Wichita, which is how I believe that's pronounced, in Kansas. It's kind of cool. The color is Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it's Targhee. And I've heard many good things about Targhee. I believe Natasha also got the exact same one as me, and we're going to match. The color here, because of the light that I have going on, it's kind of washed out, to be honest. Like, on camera, it doesn't look as zippy as it is, but it's quite zippy. So, yeah. There's that. Got that. Love that. Great color. I'm probably going to apply it with some Romney that I have. Not Romney. What's the word I'm looking for? Not Romney. This happens like twice a podcast. Rambouillet. Anyway. Anyway. Then I ended up getting this patch. It says Knitter Squad. It's from Dengen US, I think. I think it looks so cute. I want to be a Knitter Squad. Yes, I do. That's for me. Yes, it is. And I ended up getting this bag. They're both from Krista Jackal. 2 bags. 2 little ones. That is very perfect to me. Good hand size, just good sizes, you know, for socks and for a small project, like a shawl. I don't have any big project bags. I really don't feel like shelling out $100 for a bag yet. Maybe a different time, not now. I also ended up purchasing Rights Not Charity from Common Threads Press. This is See What People Fight Back, Equality Nothing About Us Without Us. Rights Not Charity, Protest Textiles, and Disability Activism. Fun fact, the term Nothing About Us Without Us actually comes from safer use activists, or otherwise known as harm reduction activists. It's about drug users, and so a lot of movements that look for, are like searching for equality and searching for equity especially, use this phrase. But it originally came from people who are seeking harm reduction, I guess, as like a, not seeking, like promoting harm reduction. And it basically means like you can't make laws, but you can't make policy about us without us, because how can you know about our lives if you don't know us, if you're not us? So yeah, Rights on Charity is about protest textiles and disability activism. I love her. I'm excited to read her. Yeah. Anyways, anything from Common Threads Press, it just hits so hard. It's so good. And the next one I got is the Norfolk Trans Joy Community Quilt Zine. I'm excited about this one. It's so cute. Yeah. People make lovely things. And then I think the last thing that I grabbed, like, am I missing anything? I didn't get any yarn. I did end up getting Unspun or pencil roving from Lily Loops Yarns. So I've got, they all came wrapped up like this, but I just could not handle the thing. Hello. Alright, so I got purple, purple pink, and then she also gave me like a rainbow skein. It's Targhee Columbia Rambouillet Suffolk cross. And so I'm like, everyone's doing Unspun, very cool, very cute. The colors usually are so boring. I like fun colors. I don't know if you know this about me. I don't know if you've heard, I don't know if you've been around. I like fun colors. What can I say? So I'm gonna do fun colors. And that's one thing about me, is I'm gonna do fun colors. So I saw that there was Unspun and fun colors, and I was like, sign me up. I will be doing that. Yeah, I'm excited to just try an Unspun pattern. I don't have anything in mind for Unspun, but I want to work with it to see if I like it or not. If you have any Unspun pattern suggestions, please leave them in a comment for me so I can look at them and do them. Thank you. Yes, that was Wool'n Folk. I will not go again. I won't go again. I won't go again because I don't think it was everything about it. The inaccessibility, the way the event, like, runners responded to people's complaints, everything was kind of icky. And I've heard great things about India Untangled and Cake Palooza, so I'll go to those next time. And I'm looking forward to it. Maybe not next year. Maybe I'll go next year, maybe I won't. But I would go to those two before I went to Wool'n Folk again. Yeah. I need a little break there. It's getting dark here, unfortunately, so I'm sorry about that. I forgot that it gets dark so early in the winter. Oh, God. It's all good. We're not gonna be depressed. The next thing that I should talk about is Rhinebeck. I went to Rhinebeck for the first time. It was wild. We got there around noon. It was so busy. It was so busy. And we went to all these barns looking at things. We pet sheep. We hung out, chatted, knit, spun, enjoyed our time. And then around 4:45 we realized there was a whole other set of barns. So yeah, that's what we've been up to. Yikes! Yikes! Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. I could not say anything that you haven't heard before, if you've heard about Rhinebeck. The New York Sheep and Wool Festival is so good. The vendors are amazing. Being just surrounded by people who are there for a good time and they love the things that you love, that's amazing. The whole thing was super cool. I loved it. And I want to go back. I want it to be Rhinebeck again. I want to go there tomorrow. I get the hype. I could not handle how busy it was a lot of the time. Like, I definitely had to step out and away from not bars, away from like the barns a lot of the time, and like be away from all that and like do my own thing because it was so overwhelming with the amount of people. But it's like you can't not love it. You have to love it, you know? Yeah, so it was amazing. And it was everything you think it's going to be. People are nice. Everyone's a knitter, crocheter, something else. There was a lot of gay people there. More on Sunday. But this is about Saturday and Sunday, I guess. So I'm going to show you what I bought at Rhinebeck. I bought some stuff. I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I gotta put this down. One sec. One sec. Give me a sec. Okay, so I'll start off with the yarn that I got. I'm not showing you everything because I don't think everything has to be shown. But here's some things that I got. I got 4 skeins of sport weight. I believe it is. Yeah, Dorset Tunis. In this palette right here. She's cute, no? It's all natural dyes. And this is from Forge and Sew. Naturally dyed yarn for the mindful maker. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a mindful maker. I used to be. Now I like plastic too much. Yeah, but I'm pretty stoked on these. I wanted to get some local New York wool. Obviously, it's the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, so I'm going to find a lot there. But these colors specifically I liked a lot, and I was looking for a sport weight because I want to do a Stephen West shawl with them. / also maybe another Hello from My Colors crop. I'm not sure, but they feel really good. And I believe so this is Dusty Pink from Forge and Sew. This one is Carnelian. Yeah, this person's writing is really cool. I was surprised how hard it was to find non-superwash yarn, even at a Sheep and Wool Festival. This one is Chartreuse. Big on the Chartreuse. The colors are not showing up well, I'm sorry. I wish I had natural light. I apologize. And this is Blue Sky. It's cute. I want them to be a shawl. I want to be friends together. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's the yarn I bought there. I also ended up buying this Shiniko yarn from Four Hearts Farm, mainly fiber. It's quite blown out here as well. I wish I could show you these. But Shiniko is a blend of Rambouillet and Merino. So there's that. They're also non-superwash. They're so soft. I'm like another shawl. Yes, please. That's what I want to do. Shawls. And then the last skein that I bought was this Finnish Landress nylon silk from Bayhaven Short Tails yarn collection. But this color isn't my usual colors, but I really was interested in it. And also it's a breed that I haven't like knit from before, so it's like it feels really hardy. It's gonna be a hardy sock, you know, real hardy. So there's that. Something else I picked up. I went into one of the hobby barns and grabbed this printing press, New York. Isn't that cute? I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit gold. So I'm gonna put that on my wall. Maybe right there. Maybe up here. I don't know. It'll go on the wall somewhere. Somewhere nice. You know? You know? Okay, that's what I got for that. And then I got, in terms of fiber, Loop Fiber Studio makes these bullseye packets, and I had forgotten that I wanted this, and then I got there and I was like, this is wild. You can make self-striping yarn with it, and it's merino, and I just want to make a toque that is these colors. That's what I want to do. This looks amazing. It looks so wild. So I will be making a self-striping hat with this really plump one, like a really juicy hat. Isn't that amazing? They're called bullseye bumps, which is kind of cool. And they're really soft. I think they're merino. I try to stay away from merino when it comes to spinning. It's kind of like the most boring option. That just looks so stinking cool, doesn't it? Can't be a hater on merino. It looks that good. These are the prettiest things I bought, I think. They're like BFL Silk. They just look beautiful. They have like such shine in them. Here's the back of them. I love the packaging as well. Packaging's smart. But yeah, I want to apply those together. They're so pretty. They're also, it's not the same colorway, but they'll look good together. They'll look good together. Beautiful. They're BFL Silk. And the last thing I bought that I want to show you, there's some other stuff that I simply can't find right now, but there's just too much crap going on. I bought this little weaving loom, and I got some work done on it. Kind of cute, right? Just like a mini loom. You can hold on to it. So when we were all knitting and sewing and knitting and spinning and stuff, I was just like, I was like, that's an hour of work. I can't imagine if I was going fast, maybe not so much, but that's that project. It's very fun, very good TV project, you know, like watching a show. And that's everything I bought. So I feel like we kept that portion short. Leaving on Monday morning, I cried harder than I have cried maybe ever. Like wept, like cried leaving my friends. I was just like, I felt so seen and so easygoing all weekend. It felt amazing to be around people who are like-minded. You don't have to like don't think too hard about how you feel. It was awesome. It was so amazing. And I just wept leaving. It was such a lovely weekend. I was like ugly crying. And Zoe went to New York City. So I dropped her off at the bus station on Saturday morning and picked her up Monday morning. And it was in Catskill, so it was only 10 minutes away. And when I picked her up in Catskill, I was still crying. And that was maybe only the 4th time she's ever seen me cry in our 3-year relationship. So I don't cry a lot. Well, I happy cry a lot. If I'm really happy, I cry all the time. But I don't ever sad cry / like ennui cry. I was like, like big crying, like weeping. I don't know if you can tell I was weeping. I'm emphasizing that, aren't I? I'll chill out. I'm just trying to emphasize that it was an amazing weekend. And I want to do it again and again and again and again. And I feel very lucky to have had this opportunity. And I'm also really proud of myself for making it happen. You know, like saved the money, planned the thing, got there, did that. Met my friends, had a really good time. Yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I hope I'll go back. I hope I get to see people again. But probably not next year. I really want to, though. I really want to. So I could be easily convinced, you know? This winter, though, I'm going to be spinning up all my fiber. I'm going to be knitting my ass off. I'm going to hole up in my room and just make a lot of stuff. And be inspired by my friends. Knit on Zoom with them. Yeah. Well, I can't believe it's over. I can't wait to go again. Yeah. And that was my Rhinebeck experience, and I guess one folk too, but I had a great time. And I hope you had a good time watching this video. I'm sorry I get a little sad at the end. I'm like, oh, I'm home. I have to go to work tomorrow. We're fine. Anyways, thank you for watching. And yeah, I hope you get to go to Rhinebeck one day, or maybe you already went and you loved it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Goodbye.